Okay, let me show you on the chart. Okay, so I don't get a little too wild, because I think my all 9 aminos is going to my head. That's good stuff. It's kind of like bucked up, but it's all 9. Anyway, it's not expensive. I got it at discount, so um, it's good stuff. If you want to just stop concentrating so much, you know, take something that you need, but not alcohol. Alcohol makes people crazy. I've seen performances where people are just drunk and they're just falling all over the stage, kind of thing. So when I used to play and we would party, we would play first and then we'd make a tape and then we'd all get together and listen to the tape and then we'd party then. A little bit of alcohol was okay, but we were really focusing more on the playing. I want to show you. We're going to go right into the S3XL here. Now, if you start the S3XL from the 5, you're going to get a Mixolydian, right? Now, this is a key of A, so the 5 starts on the E, so it'd be one more time. You have to follow the D scale going up from the E, and you get a dominant. You get an E7. So if you start the S3XL from the bottom string, you're going to get an E7. Watch this. You see, that's an E7. Pretty good, huh? So you put a little, something to it, and but first you gotta learn the dry stuff. So let's look at what we learned before. We got time on this segment to go through this A thing, okay? And that is, we didn't want to just go one cage shape up, right? So from the A shape, it was to the C shape. We'd start on the 6, to the G shape rather. So it's cage, C, A, G. So G starts on the 6 because in the real deal G, E becomes the 6 because E is the 6 of G, right? So we'd play up. So we're not going to jump that cage up because that's no fun. We're trying, not no fun, that is fun. We don't want to have fun all the time. What we want to do, because that could get a little like, where exactly does that cage start or whatever, and I want to play in this zone here. I want to play in this zone here, right? So we want to start the root from the A string, A note. If we want to do a pentatonic, all we're going to do is play the S3XL without the 4 and the 7. So you'd go 5, 6. I think my wife just got home. 5, 6, root, 2, 3. Skip the 4, 5, 6. And then skip the 7, root, 2. And then 3, 5 into an S3X, an S2L pentatonic, no 4 and the 7, just this little square box. 3, 5, 6, root. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, so remember, we're in the real deal A. We want to play a pentatonic using a long scale. So it's going to be 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, and then 3, 5, 6, root. There it is. Alright, so that didn't work out too bad. My wife's home, but she's going to go out and close up the chickens. I close them halfway up. And a couple wouldn't go in, but they probably went in 5 minutes after I went out there. So it's a pretty valuable tool. Again, when you want to do a pentatonic using this, now it's not going to be only that. You're going to use this to get far enough to the right so you can go back into the other patterns. So on top of 5/6 is going to be 7√2. And you pretty much, there's not going to be that many strings that you're going to go back into the fret nut. So remember, this is easy. Just get rid of the 4 and get rid of the, I don't like the word get rid of, but just do not play the 4, do not play the 7. The X3 XL pentatonic. There it is. 5/6, √2 3, 5/6. Now, you can do the substitution with that too. You know, the substitution where you'd substitute into this 5/6 right here, and this is essentially what's happening, and it's important to know that, because if I take this, if I show you this right here, right, copy that, and I'm going to put that right in here. So let me zoom in a little bit. We'll zoom in a lot. All right, now we're going to put that whole thing, you see that 5/6 there? We're going to put that right there. That is a legal pattern. That is a legal pattern. But the reason why I want to show you this is because it draws attention to the 2 3 4 leads into the S3 XL. This is the pentatonic. And coming out of the X3 XL, it's the 7√2. So keep in mind, it substitutes right into that 5/6. This is how to get into it. This is how to get out of it. So you play that 5/6, you go right into the 7√2. And vice versa. You play the 2 3 4, okay, and you go to 5/6, you can just continue on. If you're doing a diatonic scale or a pentatonic, you can go to 5/6 up to √2 3. 1 2 3 like that. It gets you away from the fret nut, so when it goes back to the 7th, it's likely going to warp over again anyway, and you can continue playing the pattern. Alright, so last but not least, we have E. We got 4 sharps in it. Alright, so the only notes that aren't sharped in E are B, E, and A. We don't play an A sharp. If we went to the key of B, which is a 4th up front, we'd add another sharp, the leading tone of B, and we'd have that A sharp. We'd have all the sharps. You know what I'm saying? So what it means is the relative minor of the key of B is G sharp, and you can play a G sharp and you can get a pentatonic scale on all the accidentals, you know, like that. So it works out pretty good with the accidentals there. There's something that isn't quite right with the way I explained that, but that's not the subject here. And down here we have, you know, this is just a general fretboard where I can explain things. Where are we here? We're right here. There's 3. Okay, so E is the 3rd there, but in this case E is the root. So we're looking at E as the root here, so it's going to be right here on this. This is a generic, just a generic scale fretboard. So let's really quick do the E here. We've got √2. We can start very easily with an S3 XL right there. You just know you're going to do this. √2 3 4 5 6 7 root. Okay, now 7 root, we can go into an S2L up here that gets warped up. So it's 7 √2, 7 √2 3 4 5 6 7 root, and then 2 3 4 on top. That's not what we started with. Usually you have a mirror image of what's on top and bottom, but we started down here with the other